Grief is the evidence of love. Grief is not a mistake. It is not a malfunction. It is not proof of weakness or failure. It is proof of love. Grief exists because love existed. And it still does. In an invisible form that hurts when we try to touch it. We live in a world that doesn't know what to do with grief. It wants to medicate it, bypass it, silence it, wrap it up in stages like a process that can be completed. But grief is a sacred wildness. It comes in waves. Tears through the ordinary. And makes space for something deeper than understanding. In the book, When Things Fall Apart, Pema Chidran shows how loss is not the end of the road, but the opening of the real path. Grief invites us to stop resisting, to stop fixing, and instead to sit, to be with the ache, to allow it to teach us what control cannot. In the book The Year of Magical Thinking, Joan Didion walks through the shock of sudden loss, where logic fails and time shatters. She shows how grief distorts the mind, blurs the past and present, and forces us to live in a story that no longer has a center. In the book It's Okay That You're Not Okay, Megan Devine rejects the idea that grief is something to get over. She speaks the language of heartbreak without sugarcoating. There is no healing in pretending. There is only healing in honoring the depth of the wound. In the book The Wild Edge of Sorrow, Francis Weller writes that grief is a threshold into soul. It's not just personal. It's ancestral, cultural, collective. When we grieve, we are remembering everything we're taught to forget. In the book On Grief and Grieving, Kubler-Ross and Kessler offer stages, yes, but they remind us the stages are not a ladder. They are weather patterns. They come and go. And none of them mean you're doing it wrong. So here's what this constellation says. Grief is love remembering itself through absence. It is not something to escape, but something to be present with. Because the deeper the grief, the more sacred the love. Maybe we ask ourselves, what am I grieving that still wants to be honored? Can I let grief be a teacher, not a threat? Who told me I have to be okay by now? What would happen if I stopped trying to rush it? Can I sit with this ache without trying to fix it? Grief is not a detour. It is part of the map. A doorway the soul must walk through. Not to forget what was lost, but to find what still lives.